The library here is one of the finest collections of wisdom literature in North America. And the idea behind that is that these are the great cultures of the world. Each one has its own wisdom literature. And they're about the laws of nature, the great principles of the universe. They're what we call perennial philosophy, all about the higher values of existence and how you acquire them. You know, Plato answered your question by saying, if you organize your life around one of the higher values, all the rest will come to you because all the higher values commune with each other. And his highest value was beauty. So he organized his life around beauty. And to him, beauty was a being. But just organize your life around one of those higher values like beauty, truth, love, freedom, justice, equality, peace, and happiness will come to you. That would be his answer. I think it's a good one. And then, you know, the man goes in searching for the bull, and then he finds the bull, and then he uses a halter on the bull, and finally he gets on the bull, and eventually the bull becomes so tame that he throws away the halter, sits upon the bull, and reads his scroll as the bull safely takes him home. That's the story of our lives, you know, is controlling our animal nature until finally it becomes one with our higher nature. So the bull really stands for the possibility of every human being totally integrated, not being distracted by his lower nature, but by being assisted by it. So there's a somatic wisdom in our body, physical wisdom in every cell of your being. And once you get harmony with that, then the trip home is really easy. You can see this full blossom of the lotus that covers the Buddha as a total protection to him. And here's the 1,000-petal lotus, symbolic of full illumination. While the lotus comes out of the mud and the darkness that is below, it becomes transformed in the realized Buddha. You see, we all have a Buddha within us, and this represents its full blossoming. Isn't that a great promise to think about? What it says to me is that, well, happiness is an inside job, and you can see the total contentment in the look of the face and the posture.
I never have any money, and I want money.
Oh, you want money?
Yeah.
You're coming to the wrong guy. If you wanted to release your attachment to money, I could help you do that.
Will that bring me money?
No, that will bring me money.
Do cars bring people happiness?
Of course.
For how long?
For how long? A couple months.
You want to be happy for a whole day? Go shopping. It feels great, but it doesn't last. And then the credit card bills come. You know, if you want to be happy for a whole weekend, do whatever you do for a weekend. Go fishing, go golfing. You want to be happy for a whole month? Take a vacation. Go down to Australia. You have a great time. You want to be happy for a whole year? Inherit a fortune. But if you want to be happy for a lifetime, you've got to find a way to make a difference in other people's lives. You've got to find a way to make a contribution. Most people are so concerned with getting to success that they forget significance. And that's the great journey, is the journey to significance, not the journey to success.
I don't know what would happen to Hollywood, or what would happen to athletes, or what would happen to movie stars if folk were not groupies anymore. I think the industry would still succeed, but I don't know if people would hold it in the kind of esteem that they do. But imagine people just following folk. And that's what they do. They follow folk trying to be like them. And maybe we need to have everybody understand that you are a unique creature made in God's image and fashioned after God's likeness. And if you just develop into being the best that you can be, that's better than a false anybody else who you can't be anyway. The reality is, in humanity, there is a desire to want to worship. What we do is misplace who ought to be worshiped. We worship other people who do what we find difficult to do, and we live our lives through what they do, as opposed to recognizing that they don't deserve our worship. The only one worthy of worship is God, because God has made all of us and given us any ability or capacity or potential that we possess. And so we ought to be thankful for whatever it is we are privileged to achieve, because if we hadn't been given what we were given, we would not have been able to do that anyway.